Hey everybody. So, I wanted to go over like fixing and upgrading theme decks. So, once you unlock all of the cards inside one of their like themed or starter decks, then you will unlock that deck and it will pop up here on theme deck lists. You'll click in there and you'll click on that and click build this deck. Once you do, it will show up in your decks. These decks are horrible, but we can spruce them up a little bit. So the first thing as we scroll through is we have a 2/2/1 line of Venusaur. We would like a 2/2/2 line, but I don't have two Venusaurs, so we won't be doing that. There is a 2/1 line of Executor, a 2/1 line of Go-Goat, a 2/1 line of Raticate. I don't like 2/1 lines. Like, I prefer a 2/2 line. If you're going to play something at all, you can just, out of all of these 2/1 lines, you can just cut one of those lines and then, spruce the other one up with 2/2s. Also, we have one potion, one Erica, two Pokeballs, and two Professors. And we know we're going to want some Sabrinas, etc. in here. So let's go ahead and get in and start cutting the fat. So the main portion of the deck is the Venusaur line, right? So we're going to keep that in because that's the whole point of the theme nature of the deck. Now, I would like to get a 2/2 line of Executor. If I had this Executor, I think this is actually strictly better than the other Executor. You're going to see this a lot, where there's not a big difference between the two cards, but the prize is twice as much, right? So you give up 2 points for an EX. So this one does 30, and then you flip a coin and do 30 more. And then the other one just does 40 and 40, right? So it's like 10 extra damage on each side. But of course, you only do that extra second 10 50% of the time. So it's really something like 15 more damage on average for, being an EX, and has 30 more HP. Same retreat, right? I don't really think it's worth it. If you're going to be using this as a tempo card that has high HP, you can get away with using two Executor non-EX for the same amount of points as one Executor. And then at that point, you know what I mean, you have way more HP. It's 260 HP, and you'll have more turns to be attacking. Go-Goat's kind of garbage. So it's like, we're gonna get rid of Go-Goat and Razor Leaf, right? Because they're just not good. And we're gonna opt in for the Pokemon that makes sense, Lilligant, right? If you happen to have these, they're not that rare. It's only 2 diamonds, but for 2 leaves, it does 50, and take one energy from your zone and place it on one of your bench. So this helps kind of power load the Venusaur, or the Pokemon that we're hoping is going to become Venusaur. And it's definitely easier to get rid of the Pokemon on the previous page. So, if you can, because this is kind of messy, where we have to go chase down these Raticades. So let's get rid of those. I didn't have an issue with any of the trainers where it was like, oh no, I don't want that trainer. It's just I wanted more trainers. So we'll throw two of her in there. So we're over Pokeed right now, right? Over card, too many of them. We're definitely going to want this version. So let's go ahead and get rid of the other one, and we'll get two of these prettier versions with the full arts. And lastly, like with Potion, I don't think you need to run Potion with Erica, but like if we were going to, we'd be running two potions. But I do like running the two X speeds for sure. And let's just take a look at the Pokemon that are left. So all we have is just the line. This is one of the problems with stage twos, is we don't even have two of the stage two, and it's still 5 cards. So 5, and then if you add a 2/2 line of this is absolutely mandatory, right? Then we have 9 Pokemon, and then you get the choice. Do you want to run a 1/1 line of Executor, which isn't the best. Like, I'm not a huge fan of 1/1s. Um, you know, or do we just cut them all together? And the answer is we just cut them all together. So sorry, Executor. We have one spot left, right? And we already have the two Ericas, even though they're not together for some reason. But we're just going to throw one potion in there, and then boom, this is our new upgraded starter deck. So instead of having the random 2/1 lines, we just kind of concentrated on just being, a Lilligant and a Venusaur deck. We would love to have one more Venusaur EX instead of this potion, but we just don't have it. So that's the end of the video. Um, go check out the podcast over on Per Platypus if somehow you got here instead of there. And you can watch us at Team Pocket do our podcast. Have a good one.